folks, and welcome to the Sin City 120 here at the beautiful Las Vegas Motor Speedway as qualifying is underway. About 2 or 3 minutes here left in this qualifying session as the next gen cars here in full throttle get ready to take to the track. As you see, Robbie Bice, that 28 machine, rolling his way for his second lap. We'll see where he sets himself. 39.88. That's actually going to put Robbie on pole position right now. Full Throttle boys seem like they got a fast setup coming into this week here at Las Vegas. As I love this track here. Good track to really get into a flow, find a rhythm, and you're going to see some good hard racing here at Las Vegas this weekend. So as we get closer and closer here to the grid, we have almost all of our drivers qualified and just a handful more left to qualify, as we'll see the field get gridded out here, and we'll see everybody have a good hard race here. I am sure as Stan Mayberry, that 68 machine, going to ride on board here with him, as he is going to try to better himself from his first lap. We'll see if he's able to do that here in just a moment.
Yes, Trading Paints is currently updating on my computer, so didn't notice that, it decided to wait until I started going live that I wanted to update. So it is currently updating. Paints will refresh here in 1 second.
Yeah, my Trading Paints wasn't open either, don't worry. So, well, my Trading Paints wasn't open. I know you said I know how to do that. It'll re-download skins in the middle of a race sometimes. But, yeah, mine just wasn't flat open. I was like, man, why is everybody running the pretty basic liveries tonight? And then I realized, oh, I'm just dumb. See that 38 of Patrick Ginter. Currently got himself in his pole position, Chris. Look at that, 39.87. That was Patrick's last lap, and he is going to set himself currently on that pole position. We'll see if he is going to hold that, as it looks like we've got Adam McKinney and Matthew Fitz is currently setting a lap, as he is on his hot lap right now, his first lap here, as he's going to get it into turn number 3, and that car looks very good, as he is going to get it woed up out of 4. And the Sparkle Unicorn number 2 with Matthew Fitz going to set his first lap here tonight. We'll see, as he is going to set a 31.424. That is going to be almost tail end of the line, 18th, but it seems like big into the wall almost, and that's going to be the end of qualifying. So it seemed like everybody was getting the second lap luck there, but unfortunate for Matthew, he's not going to be able to set a second lap. But as we are going to get your field gridded up here tonight for the Sin City 120, it is going to be the full throttle next generation cars out on the track, and we're going to go through your qualifying grid here in just a moment. Let these guys get gridded up just a tad more before we go through it. The field got a lot of nice schemes out there tonight. It's one thing I do like about these full throttle guys, constantly changing the schemes every week, so love to see that. But we'll get to your grid here in just a moment, but it's going to be a good night here at Las Vegas. These full throttle guys coming into a Thanksgiving week here, as we'll see, the different setups here at Las Vegas. We know how the track can be, and especially at night, this track can definitely have its ways around, and we'll see a lot of these guys get around here differently. I mean, that high lane going to be effective in, the middle of the track, as the Wolfpack guys, Chris, look at that. Every single Wolfpack guy top 5.
Yeah, I was gonna say Robbie Bice the other day giving me the heads up, saying, "Hey, watch this race this Sunday. The Wolfpack gonna be up here in the top," and like you were saying, Josh, look at that, all up there in that top 5.
As if you want to go ahead and get here to our qualifying grid, Chris, we still got a couple cars that are not gridded up, but we'll go ahead and hop through it. It's gonna be that 38 M&M's machine of Patrick Ginter sitting that Ford Mustang on the pole position. Robbie Bice, that number 28, 711 Ford Mustang, going to be sitting P2 here. David Salter in that 811 dig with Stoney Benfield also in that 811 dig machine, going to round out row number 2 in that 3rd and 4th spot. Then we're going to get back here to Stan Mayberry, that One Main Financial 68, that Wolfpack top 5, second place in points as we get in here tonight. He's going to be sitting in P5 with Bradley Wilson in that P6 position. We'll see that Nana Colin Forrester in P7 with James Morgan, that 43 machine, in P8. Joshua Abbey going to light up P9 with William Brown, running out your top 10. Then it's going to be Ryan Sword in that 11th position. Austin Rhodes in 12th. Clayton Kincart going to be in that 13th spot with Josh Carver into that 14th position. Then we're going to get to that 15 of Casey Collenbach, or excuse me, 84 of Casey Collenbach in that 15th spot. Logan Scrappy Road's going to line up in 16th, currently not gridded up yet. Jimmy Green going to be in that 17th spot. Matthew Fitz in 18th. Chad Hitchcock, also not gridded up, going to be lining up 19th with Ed Bauer 20th. And Adam McKinney. Well, there you go. You see the 22 lining up there. And Adam McKinney going to be lining up in that 21st spot. As we should be getting to racing here in just a moment. 5 seconds to grid. As it looks like everybody is gridded up. And we are about to get rolling here as that iRacing pace car. Going to get this filled up to a slow roll here in just a moment. Actually, maybe not. Oh, there they go.
Yeah, going to be an interesting night here tonight, Josh. You know, to go back to last week to Bristol, Bradley Wilson walking home with his 6th win of the season. So Bradley Wilson on a mean streak. You know, he had a little bit of adversity happen, you know, in the earlier mid part of the race, but Bradley Wilson did it in Bradley Wilson fashion. Came back up to the front, won that race. So looking for that number 51 to get up here and start mixing it up. But like you were saying, Josh, look at that, a top 5 qualifying position there for that Wolfpack team. So maybe this Wolfpack team, maybe this is their track.
All right, so we're going to see that 38 of Patrick in to bring the Wolfpack boys here to the green in just a moment.
Yeah, as we're having a little bit of I think one of our neighbors was honking on the horn or something. Something is going on next door, but
yeah, the dogs were barking.
Yeah, the dogs were barking.
It was our dad showing up on dogs are barking. But hey, these dogs about to be barking on track. They're ready to eat. We're about to get these full throttle next gen cars to go green here. Restart zone, green flags out. Go, go, go. Patrick Ginter going to get it big on the gas. That 51, you saw him almost get into the back of that 75 of Stony Benfield as they're going to get rolling on that inside lane, though. The 88 of David Salter going to follow that 38 of Ginter into turn 1, excuse me, as that 28 of Salter going to kind of be out on that outside lane. The 68 of Mayberry, a little bit on the apron there in the entry of 1. That kind of got him a little checked up. Checked up the 9 of Forrester, 5 of Abbey as well. But down the back straightaway, it's still going to be Robbie Weiss on that top lane, who's going to dive it all the way down to the bottom. I think he got a little bit loose, trying to maybe go down there and door draft. And it just got a little wiggle there, but that 5 of Josh Abbey, one of those drivers looking forward to it.
Whoa, 94!
Whoa, man!
94, Ryan Sword down into the grass. Green flag going to stay out. He was able to save it, so just going to go ahead and pull it through that. Go ahead and pull it through the grass there. There you go. Get it back on the track. Get her going again. So we're going back up here with that 38. Patrick Ginter still out in front. He's got that 88 of David Salter all over that back bumper. But your second place in points right now, Stan Mayberry, sitting in that 3rd spot, doing a good job moving his way up through the field. But look at that, your second place position finisher last week. That 9 of Colin Forster biding his way through the field right now. About to make a move on that 68 of Stan Mayberry. And he's got that 5 of Joshua Abbey riding all over that back bumper as well. So we might have a couple of Shenandoah Shine guys come up here and start messing for this lead.
Yeah, we'll see as this race is starting to unfold here. Lap number 3, these setups maybe starting to come to life for some of these short run guys. We're going to see how the long run guys are going to maintain tonight. As you see that 9 of Forster, the inside of that 68 Stan Mayberry, who's going to try to sneak his way back in there between the 5. Doesn't look like he had the room. He's going to pull that way back out. That 5 of Josh Abbey to the inside of Mayberry here in turn number 1. And Josh Abbey, one of those guys these past couple weeks, looking very good. That 5 of Ford Mustang, really starting to find the handle on that race car. Good to see him and that 51 and that 43 all in tow there past that 68 Stan Mayberry. As it looks like they're really starting to work together in those 3 Dodge Chargers there.
Yeah, you got the
43
there.
You got the 4th one of 77 of Clinton Kincart as well, Chris.
Oh, look at that. Stan Mayberry getting
loose from Stan, yeah.
Yeah, getting a big wiggle there. Going out of turn 4. Whoa, getting all over that door. That 77 Clayton Kincart. 68 having a little bit of issues here. But look at this, Josh. The 38 of Patrick Ginter starting to fall back just a little bit. The 88 of David Salter going to go around him. But look at that. 9 of Colin Forster all over that back bumper. Whoa, look at that. The 38 have a little bit of a checkup there.
Abbey was going left, he was going right. He was just trying to find any type of open space down the back straightaway. If that was F1, they would have got him for excessive weaving. Good thing these things got fenders on them, and these boys are allowed to race. That 9-column Force are going to go to the apron, which you're allowed to do here at Las Vegas. Going to bring it too wide here with that 88 Salter. We know Salter been one of those guys in the heat of battle. Hasn't really been able to keep that race car on the outside lane sometimes. We've seen him in previous tracks, but it looks like right now he's going to fight back, and he is going to fight back hard with that 38 of Patrick Enter. He should be able to go down here and recap this lead. He is, as he is going to get to that 9-column Forcer in front. But Chris, I got to say, these guys, that 5 of Josh Abbey 51, all these guys in that little pack, they're starting to race really hard here. We could see a caution here soon.
Yeah, one of those things that we're looking for is a lot of these drivers getting really aggressive going into turns 3 and 4. That's the turn that you really want to watch out for. So look at that, Josh Colin Forster riding that inside lane on that 88 of David Salter. Yeah, he's getting a little bit of word, having a little bit of technical issue here. Going to try to see if we can get it straightened out. But look at that, Colin Forster going to still be on that inside lane. 38 of Patrick Ginter starting to suck back up to that back bumper of his teammate of that 88 of David Salter. So it looks like maybe the 51 of Bradley Wilson starting to really tuck up to that back bumper as well.
Yeah, those 3 Dodge Chargers there, they're on the charge for that. 88 of David Salter's done a good job maintaining that outside lane. The 5 of Abbey going to get a little bit out of sorts there. That Will just going to get a little bit uncontrollable for a moment. He's going to gather back up, though. They're going to wheel it here into turn 2, and at lap number 9, these guys are just really starting to maintain that position on the track. They're starting to find where they want to be at. It looks like that 88 of David Salter just kind of stuck on that outside lane. We'll see if he's going to fall back in this gap in front of that 68 of Mayberry. Or is he going to hang up there with that 38 of Patrick Ginter, try to ride this outside lane for as much as he can? Or is he going to try to squeeze his way back in here? It looks like he's going to stay to the outside, but up here in the front, looks like Josh Abbey all over the back bumper of that 9-column Forster. As the 51 of Bradley Wilson, that 43 of James Morgan, that 77 Clayton Kincart. Those 4 Dodge Chargers, like I said, looking very, very start here early. And that 5 of Josh Abbey, one of those drivers, as we were coming in this night, I was definitely had my mind on was thinking, let's see Abbey pick up a win here at Las Vegas. He has looked good on these intermediate tracks ever since I can remember. It looks like tonight that's it's not changing. Oh, Rick!
Whoa, Rick!
On the road, James Morgan around. No caution. There it is. Caution is out.
Oh, keep it locked up. Oh!
Stoney Benfield going to get collected as well.
Stoney Benfield going to get into 43 of, the 43 of James Morgan. We'll have to go back and see what happened
doesn't
there.
look like he got damage, though. He might have got lucky with netcode, Chris. Maybe door damage.
That's currently not in the right position. We'll have to gorilla this back here just a little bit.
Looks like him and the 48 of William Brown made contact, but then I think somebody got lucky in the field. I saw some netcode. We'll see. As it looks like the 48.
Yeah, you're
48
right there.
and 43, they just both were going for that same real estate, maybe.
Ooh.
Oh, that was David Salter that got hit. Salter might have got lucky with some netcode too, because I'm hearing Matthew Fitz saying that he doesn't see anything damage-wise, so. Whew.
Yes, it looks
that
like
was close, Chris.
Yeah, it looks like Salter wasn't involved in it. So I know we're here with Salter right now. You see that 43 getting up into it. Oh, I want to say it was, let's see. Go on board here with Stoney Benfield here. Just watch it from his point of view.
Oh, yeah, he definitely got some. Oh, he might have gotten lucky and it got cleared from a little bit of that code. He definitely didn't have that much damage on the end of the replay compared to the did in the middle. We'll see that 43 getting her up to the wall. He's going to hit.
Ooh.
Yeah, but you see that damage went away, so he's probably got a little bit of door damage right behind the driver fender. But I think that 75 of Stoney Benfield is going to live to see another day. So it looks like we've got a lot of guys down pit road here making their way out, actually, as we missed it from that. Yeah, it's
right
damaged.
side of Stoney Benfield is damaged. That was the part that we were missing there. Yeah, as I want to say, it looks like Jimmy Green Casey
That's a
Collenbach.
sharp-looking race car on Logan Rhodes.
Yeah, it looks like Stan Mayberry, Josh Carver, Casey Collenbach, Jimmy Green, Logan Rhodes, Robbie Weiss, Ed DeBauer, Adam McKinney, Stoney Benfield, William Brown, and James Morgan down pit lane. As you saw, James Morgan got the brunt of that wreck. So he is probably going to be out for a little longer than everybody else. He did, like I said, get the brunt of all of it. So
only a minute pit time from Stoney Benfield. Oh wait, no, he still is in pit lane. Never mind. It said that he was out for just a moment, but it still says he's in for me now. So over now a minute and 20 seconds from Stoney Benfield on his pit road time. So we'll see a lot of damage get fixed up on that 75 machine. I'm sure he'll get it up as good as he can before he takes it back out on the racetrack. We know that door damage can be kind of annoying, but it looks like he is going to make his way out now with that William Brown machine. They should stay on the lead lap here, and other than that, we should get back to racing here. I don't say about, oh yeah, you can see now that hefty right side damage, but it could have been worse, Chris. He got a lot of damage taken away on that front right fender and that right rear quarter panel.
yeah,
That neck issue, but other than that 75 still walking away from this with a big old punch to the side. We'll see how that 75 reacts to this, but look at those beautiful race cars, man. These next-gen cars look slick out on this racetrack here tonight. Is coming to the green flag here in just a moment. That 9 of Colin Forrester, 5 of Josh Abbey, they're going to be battling for that position.
Yeah, you're going to see that pace car take that left-hand turn, and you know one of the things about this track is you have to get set up with good position. It can be kind of hard to make passes here with with the way turns 3 and 4. It is definitely a lot of fun in turns 3 and 4. Turns 1 and 2 though, that is your make or break turn. So if you're gonna have some issues come up on the track, that's gonna be where it's gonna happen at.
That iRacing pace car going to take that left turn here, get this field back to the restart zone. But that 9, I forget, they do have the discretion. He is going to get a good restart here. That's going to allow Bradley Wilson to get by his teammate 5 of Joshua Abbey, as he's going to shoot his way up that gap, put himself into second place. We'll see this 51 now get the cleaner air from the 5. I mean, as much clean air as I guess you could get when you're behind another race car. But that 51 is going to not have one more race car in front of him, and he's got a big run. It looks like that 9 going to go all the way to the bottom, just trying to make his car as wide as possible. That bottom lane, the 51 not going to try to take him. That 51 Bradley Wilson definitely had a big old run down the back straightaway. Almost going to slingshot him, I would assume. Baba Josh Abbey probably would have went with him, but looks like they're going to keep running at him here into turn 1 and 2. And it's Dodge Charger, Dodge Charger, Dodge Charger. That 9 machine, you're probably thinking, man, let me get a Chevy up here. I need one of my teammates. All 3 of these guys back here working together hard, and it's going to be hard for this not a Colin Forrester. I mean, he's got a hefty group of guys behind him. As you see, a couple more guys starting to pull up. 2 Sparkle Unicorn guys, or excuse me, 1 Sparkle Unicorn guy, 1 Wolfpack Racer. So it's a lot of these teams up here that make this full throttle racing happen, really battling it out between each other. It's good racing right now.
Yeah, a lot of good racing going on right now. Do see a little bit of issue going on with the stream. So if anybody out there watching on Facebook, YouTube, or you are having a little bit of issues, do apologize. Trying to work through it right now. But we're still having a good race out here on the track. Going to call it as we see it. So might just be having a little bit of a audio or a video issue. If not, you'll still be able to hear it. So we'll call it best we can. And after the race, we will have a replay of if there was an issue with the stream. So again, am working on it, but right now you see that 9 of Colin Forrester out to a really dominant lead. He's got that 51 of Bradley Wilson, who's no stranger to that front position. Right behind him, and then behind him is Josh Abbey, who always seems to be right now. That seems to be the top 3 podium finishers. You know, Colin Forrester, Bradley Wilson, Josh Abbey, those are the guys that know how to get up to the front. And look at that, Josh Clayton Kenkart, driver that we normally don't talk a lot about, in that 4th position right now, right on that tail end of Josh Abbey. So doing a good job. It looks like Austin Rhodes in that 12 Sparkle Unicorn car falling off just a little bit, but he's got David Salter right on that back bumper. So David Salter falling back a little bit as well.
Yeah, Salter was your pole sitter for this race. He's worked his way back up to the field, though. He did fall back about almost 10th position. And as he's worked his way through, he's going to get himself up here into that 5th position. So Salter back in the top 5 here. But we still got a battle up here And it looks like that 51 of Bradley Wilson either saving his tires, just really making that 9 use his to stay out front, or that 51 just genuinely can't get by it. I would be surprised at the latter. We know Colin Forster's one hell of a wheel man. He's doing a good job right now, controlling the pace of this race. That number 9 Sunoco Chevy Camaro is still out in the lead as we got a second pack out here that is racing harder than ever. Charles Gurick, or excuse me, not Charles Gurick, Patrick Ginter heading that pack. As you see, the 68 is Stan Mayberry, the 94, that was who took our ride through the grass earlier. That's Ryan Sword.
Yeah, as Josh, I want to point out, you said Patrick Ginter, David Salter was the pole sitter. It was that 36 of Patrick, 38 of Patrick Ginter.
You are correct.
As right now, it looks like they are kind of battling it out really hard. We're going to go up here to the front, just check on everybody up here in that front position. It looks like that David Salter machine going to get around that 12 Austin Road. So right now, look at that. Clayton Kincart also falling back. So yeah, Clayton Kincart falling back 2 positions, and then the 12 of Austin Roads also falling back a position. So the 88 of David Salter moving his way up into 3rd spot, and he's right now attacking that 5 machine to Josh Abbey.
Yeah, Chris, we know Salter ain't afraid to. We know that 88 of David Salter not afraid to go to the outside lane and attack. We'll see. The 88 tries to go up here and experiment. I mean, we know he's not afraid to lose a position or 2 and try to fight back. Right now, he's doing a good job in that 88 machine. The call before you dig 811 machine is working his way back up through. And yes, he did qualify P3. Do apologize about that. You are correct on that, Chris. And either way, he's working his way back up as we're starting to see a little bit of a. Oh, we got a 22 at Chad Hitchcock around. As we'll see if he tows here. If he stops too long, it might throw a caution, and it will.
Yeah, the caution's out. The 22 at Chad Hitchcock going around here. We'll see what happened with that 22 machine. You see he's battling 3 wide there with that 28 of Robbie Bice, the 68 of Stan Mayberry.
He turned down on the Casey Collenbach machine.
Cuts it down in front of the 84 Casey Collenbach. And then you see that happen there. As maybe he had a little bit of air come off the rear spoiler there.
Think it was there. I think he might have thought he was clear right there. I think he just turned down. I mean, there was a. I don't know.
It looks like he got loose.
Yeah, he might have actually gotten loose. Let's see.
Yeah,
let's watch from the onboard cam. This will be the telltale. Everybody is down pit road. Oh yeah. Yeah, you didn't see that from that camera, but that rear end definitely snapped out a little bit on Chad Hitchcock. But it looks like, Chris, everybody going to come down pit road with that.
Yeah, like you were saying, Josh, everybody down pit road. Patrick Ginter currently sitting in that 1st spot. But look at that. The 9 of Colin Forster going to get out first. Looks like Josh Abbey going to make his way out in that 2nd spot. 3rd's going to belong to that Bradley Wilson machine. And then David Salter going to pull out in that 4th spot. Clayton Kincart in 5th. Austin Rhodes in 6th. Patrick Ginter 7th. Matthew Fitz going to pull himself out into that 8th spot, up 10 spots. Robbie Bice going to be down 7 spots, moved his way into that 9th spot. And Josh Carver going to round out that top 10 in that still Ford Mustang Goodwrench number 3. Whoa, Patrick Ginter around. What in the world just happened? Just going back on board here with that 38. He's getting out of the pit lane. I wonder if he had the same thing happen that that 43 machine had on that restart, Josh. Where the sequential system, where down is up and up is down. Let's see if we can go on board here.
like he downshifted.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if maybe the same thing that happened. I want to say it was the 43. The 43 of James Morgan that had that happen a couple of races ago, where he downshifted on the
restart.
Restart. Yeah, he money shifted it because he said down was up and up was down. So maybe the same thing happened with that Patrick Enter machine. We'll see if we can get a word from that Wolfpack team. See if we can figure out what happened there. Oh, I'm getting word from Patrick himself saying his steering wheel locked up, Josh.
I bet like the power cord or something came unplugged, or that's how like my old G9 20 used to do. When if you like, we're not even that saying that's exactly what happened to him, but I've had my power cord like barely come unplugged, or the USB unrecognized for a split second, and your wheel just completely go to the right, throttle all the way in. The car's just wrecking. There's obviously nothing you can do about it, so unfortunate, Patrick. We'll just say it was his the Mark Martin steering box got locked to the right.
Yeah, we'll just say that that something like that happened. Wasn't your fault, man.
Unfortunate, Patrick, man. Good night for yourself, and that stinks, buddy. I hate to hear that. You always hate to hear stuff that's out of your control happening on a simulator like this. It's just that sucks, man.
As the pace lights are out, the pace car going to take that hard left turn. Colin Forster going to bring these boys to the Cook's Lawn Care restart zone. Going to see that 9 of Colin Forster, that 5 of Josh Abbey going to make that dive into that first tri-oval. 51 of Colin Forster. Whoa, Colin Forster getting off to a good jump. Look at that, Bradley Wilson all over that back bumper.
Give him a bump.
5 of Josh Abbey getting off to a little slower of a jump there. 51 though, pushing on past the 9, or pushing on past the 5.
Yeah, Bradley just wanted to get on the loud pedal. We'll see if he tries to go to the outside here. Will he fade and try to take it to the inside here? Nope, doesn't like he's going to go for any type, a little bit of breathing room. There was a window there, but smart move from the 51. He's just going to stay behind. He's going to go here, and he's going to see if we could try to get up here and get this lead. I mean, he's got the 5 of Josh Abbey now in tow. That 77 of Clayton Kincart didn't go below the line. He is in tow. The 51 going to peek to the outside, really stick it. Looks like he is. 51 going to go to the outside lane. And like I said, Chris, that 5 of Josh Abbey I knew would follow. And indeed he is. That outside lane could be working here, as here comes the 5 and the 51 down the back straightaway, too wide.
Yeah, you see the 9 of Colin Forster just trying to get out of the way.
Oh, they got all past him.
Yeah, that was a head of momentum there from that 51 and that 5. Look at that, Josh Clayton Kincart getting around that 9 of Colin Forster. Colin Forster
as well, maybe.
Colin Forster stalling all kinds of problems back there. He's the 88 getting around him right now. We're about to have a battle here for that first position between 4 drivers.
Yeah, that just shows you 2 cars, 3 cars, 4 cars faster than one. When you get up and you work together, it doesn't matter if you're taking the highest part of the track or the lowest. You can just make those runs. Caution is out. We'll see what was that wreck. Oh, 8 of Logan Rhodes, 48.
Oh, you see the 48 putting it in the back bumper of that 8 of Scrappy Rhodes. Ooh, looks like William Brown's not that happy with Scrappy. So we'll see what happens with William Brown and that 8 machine. See what brought out that caution. One back on board. You see the 8 of Logan Rhodes. Looks like he's all over that back bumper. Oh, just went to the inside. Got into the quarter panel. Oh, who was that? The 75 of
Stony Benfield.
That was the 75 of Stony Benfield. Oh, just another unfortunate accident there for that 75. As
and then look at that retaliation. Well, not retaliation, but just a little bit of a thank you from the 48.
Yeah, it's a hey man, I was there and you dumped me.
Yeah, that was I didn't appreciate what you just did, buddy.
See there the bump from Logan Rhodes. That was a little violent there, but oh, look at that.
Could have been a little bit of net code as well. We know how net codey and hitbox sensitive these cars are. I mean, it was still an aggressive run up to the back of the 48, nevertheless, but I don't know.
So it looks like the 68 of Stan Mayberry going to pull himself down pit lane. Your second place points position holder is currently sitting in that 13th spot, excuse me, just got around Stoney Benfield there. So his teammate going to get around him. Is currently sitting in 13th spot, though. Your second place position, Bradley Wilson, with that 6 wins in that column. Oh my goodness, I cannot talk tonight. 6 wins in that column. That 51 machine, he is definitely looking up, sitting pretty up here in that first spot in the points. All right, and we're going to go to a 811 dig side by side, and we will be right back.
If recent storms have caused damage to your property, contact 811 before you begin your cleanup. Buried utilities around uprooted trees can make a bad situation worse if those lines are not located before digging. Electric, natural gas, and internet lines are everywhere, and knowing where they are is the safest way to start any digging project. Call North Carolina 811 by dialing 811 or by using single address.
When do you plan on putting in that new fence we've been talking about since last summer?
I guess I could start tomorrow.
Protect the ones you love and protect your buried utilities by contacting 811 before you dig, either by phone, the web, or the NC 811 app. Know what's below. Before you dig, visit nc811.org to learn more.
This tree is going to look great here.
Did you call 811 to protect your underground utilities?
I can't wait to see these roses come up.
Dig, dig, dig! Wait, we forgot to call 811.
Before you dig, make sure you can. Call 811 to know what's below. It's up to all of us to protect the ones we love.
All right, and we welcome you back to the Sin City 120 by NCA 11 Dig. Here tonight, we're at lap 33 of 120. We're already on our second caution here as you got the 51 of Bradley Wilson out in the lead with Josh Abbey and Clayton Kincart in that second and third spot. You got David Salter, who is down one position from his starting spot in that fourth spot. So David Salter trying to claw his way back up here towards the front. It looks like maybe the pace lights should be out here. It looks like they are. So yeah, the pace lights are out. So we will be going green this next time around. But looking forward to what these drivers are gonna bring to this to these newer tires. We do know that this is the part of the race where the track starts cooling off and the tires start coming into fruition, where you can really start digging into them because you're not really wearing them out too much.
Yeah, we'll see these guys start to adapt, use what they've learned here early in the run with those not scuffed, but 2 sets of tires that they've scuffed up, gotten used up, and they've got a fresh set of rubbers on those race cars. We're gonna see some managing, some pace managing. We'll definitely probably see some saving. These guys are definitely gonna try to get those right sides saved up for a little bit of a longer run here in case we do get a long run. I'm sure those guys with the long run setups definitely want it to go green or for a while here. Is that iRacing pace car going to come out of turn 4 and go down to the pit road here in just a moment. And then it's going to be Bradley Wilson and Josh Abbey bringing our field back to the green flag.
Bradley Wilson out to a good jump. The 5 of Joshua Abbey falling back just a little bit. Look at that. Colin Forster getting around the 77 of Clayton Kincart. Clayton Kincart getting off to a really bad jump The 88 of David Salter going to be riding that inside lane. You see Matthew Fitz back there on that inside lane, getting around the 7 of Josh Carver. Then you see Austin Rhodes trying to fall into line behind that 3 of Josh Carver. But right now, looks like that 51.
Ken Cart all over the back bumper of the 9 crew.
Whoa, look at that. The 88 of David Salter going to the outside lane. Whoa, it looked like David Salter making a really risky move there in that 811 dig 88 machine. Woo, he's trying to ride that top lane.
Oh,
That
he's
is,
wiggling.
yeah, he is
wiggled up.
definitely wiggling a little bit. That 88 trying to ride that top lane, but it looks like he's going to fall back in behind that 77. Oh, the 88 of David Salter getting all
Got
kinds
Matthew
of crazy
Fitz to the
loose.
inside now.
Yeah, Matthew
He's not out of
Fitz.
trouble yet.
Matthew Fitz taking that inside lane on David Salter. David Salter starting to fall back. Looks like he's having a little bit of trouble here. Not able to get that rhythm underneath him. The 12 of Austin Rhodes going to be working the inside of him now. So now Josh Carver going to be working the inside. There's the 75 of Stoney Benfield, who's been in 2 really unfortunate wrecks here tonight. Having the mess just come his way, not able to get that car underneath him, and just have an unfortunate turn of events. But right now, the 77 of Clayton Kincart all over the back bumper of Colin Forster. Then all over the back bumper of Bradley Wilson is that 5 of Josh Abbey. So we still got a really good battle. Look at that, the 9 of Colin Forster making a move on the inside of Josh Abbey. He's going to back it out. It looks like he was going to go into that tri-oval, try to make a move, but decided against it.
Oh, 77 just gave the 9 a little bit of a bump. He had to back out of it. Look at how much the 9 is all over the back bumper of Abbey. 77 of Clayton Kincart almost just got himself into one that he might not have want to been in. That's why he backed out. These boys are going to keep rolling, but they are getting racy here as we hit lap number 39. You'd really expect them to kind of maybe try to just conserve here, but it seems like that's not what they want to do. They want to roll. They want to go. They see the opportunity for some position. These boys are all taking it.
Yeah, whoa, you see back there the 82 of Ed DeBauer swinging it down really low. Look at that, Josh. Austin Rhodes, he was currently, or he was sitting up in 5th spot. Now moved his way all the way back into that 13th spot. So something going on with that 12 machine, moving his way back. Unfortunate for Austin Rhodes, maybe having a little bit of wearing those tires out. Look at that, Josh, the 68 of Stan Mayberry. Moved his way back up into that 11th spot. So moved himself up a couple of spots from when he came down pit road just a little bit ago. But we're going to go back up here into the front. As you see Josh Abbey still all over the back bumper there of that 51. The 9 still all over the back bumper of him.
On the apron a little bit.
Yeah, you see the 5 of Josh Abbey getting on the apron just a little bit. You are correct, Josh. Good catch on that. I was gonna point that out, but good catch. The 9 looks like, whoa, it looks like the 5 getting a little loose there coming off the apron.
Yeah, they're starting to pack back up a lot, man. They might be racing here again. This could be another caution scenario if they don't calm it down too much. I mean, right now they're not doing anything over aggressive. We know how these full throttle boys can get. Once they see one of them going up there and having fun, they think, oh, I'm going up there and doing it too. They can get themselves into some trouble sometimes, but right now, looks like they've got the rhythm. They're keeping it clean. They're doing a good job, and I'm enjoying this racing that they're putting on right now. It looks like Abbey's trying to go for the pass on the outside to his teammate, Chris.
Yeah, Josh Abbey making that outside pass. Whoa, the 51 getting really
94,
loose.
Brian Sword got really loose through the corner. Abbey's going to clear it.
Yeah, Josh Abbey going to clear the 51 of Bradley Wilson. That was a really risky move on that outside lane, but the 5 going to make it look textbook as the 9 of Colin Forster going to try to fall in behind him.
Just fell off big time.
Yeah, David Salter looks like he's starting to fall back. Now he's got that 28 of Robbie Weiss, his teammate, team owner, team league owner, all over the back bumper of him. So now he's got to hope that 28 will help him push back up here around that 3 and co.
As Carver is currently sitting in that 5th position. So we'll see if any of these drivers are going to try to go in battle for that top 5 again. But anybody in this top 6, you could really put a blanket over this top 5. These cars are very bunched up. They're racing hard, and that's what you like to see. This package is supposed to develop more racing, closer racing, not as much dirty air. So far, it seems like that's working. These boys have been nose to tail pretty much this whole restart.
Whoa,
this whole stint 6 of restart.
Look at that, the 88 of David Salter all over the back bumper there of that 3 of Josh Carver. Josh Carver looks like he's trying to make that middle to outside lane work, but he's not. The 88 went up there to try to take a bite at it too. He's going to have to check back down in behind that 3, but right now it looks like we're getting bunched up here on that front stretch. If there's anything, and I'm picking at Carver when I say this, but if there's anything we know about Carver, he's going to get up here and burn his equipment up, and then he'll go all the way to the back. I'm just kidding, Carver. Just picking at you, buddy. Is doing a good job up here right now, up 7 positions. So Josh Carver battling it out here with that Sparkle Unicorn machine. Look at that, Matthew Fitz doing a good job. We always say if he never gets caught up in the stuff, he'll get up here and really battle it out.
Yeah, Fitz is one of those drivers, man. It never gets to shot. I mean, I've drove with Matthew a couple times and know he's a very well driver. He can drive cleanly and knows how to put his race car in the right spot. Just always gets caught up in some unfortunate stuff. And, you know, maybe an over-ambitious just a little bit sometimes, but aren't we all? But right now, doing a good job in that Sparkle Unicorn car. Currently up 11 spots. Started this race at 18th. Currently sitting in that 7th spot. So a good little top 10 run here early from Matthew Fitz.
Yeah, you know, we always pick fun at him. We always tell him, you know, hey, you know, if you just had a good clean race, you might get up here and get in the, you know, get the podiums and stuff, you know, just always picking at him. But hey, Matthew Fitz up here battling behind that 28 of Robbie Bice. So he's up here battling right now, up 11 spots. Like Josh was saying, really good driver. Had the opportunity of driving around him in the Full Throttle League. So, you know, I can say he is a very talented driver. But we're going to go back up here on board here with the 51 and the battle between that 51, the 3, and the 9, and the 5. All up here battling for that first position. You see Bradley Wilson still riding that middle lane, riding that low lane now, trying to push that 5 of Josh Abbey up.
Yeah. Ooh, the 5 got a little bit out of a line there. He's starting to feel that pressure from the 51 of Bradley Wilson. And I honestly wouldn't be surprised if when the 5 got the lead, the 51 just let him get out there in the lead, kind of control the pace of this race. But the 51 maybe save a little bit of gas for the long run. But right now, it looks like that 5 is starting to feel a little bit of the heat. Not a Colin Forrester behind the 51, probably wanting to go as well. As woo, big drive in to that rear bumper of that 51 machine. As you see that 9 of Colin Forrester just kind of finding his rhythm here, trying to set themselves back up. I mean, he's been following these guys for the last handful of laps. Let's say that though, he's going to get big wide there. There comes Clayton Kincart in that 77 machine. As it's going to be a Dodge Charger top 3 now.
Yeah, the 9 of Colin Forrester looks like he had a little bit of issue. Opened up that door for that 77 Clayton Kincart. Clayton Kincart went ahead and made that pass on the inside lane. It looks like he's getting a run up the back bumper of that 51 of Bradley Wilson. So now it's about to be a battle between the 3 Chargers charging up through the field. Whoa, looks like a little bit of looseness there from that 5 of Josh Abbey. Looked like it opened up the door for the 51 there. Whoa, the 51 looks like he's trying to push all over that quarter panel, trying to get that 5 loose. But it looks like it's not going to happen. They're just going to dive it down into that inside lane. 77 of Clayton Kincart going to still be on that that inside lane as well. The 9 of Colin Forrester right behind him. You got the 2 of Matthew Fitz moving his way up 13 positions. So right now, he is currently your biggest mover in the field. Matthew Fitz, like we were saying, if he doesn't have the mess, he can get up here and show you that he's got the skills.
Yeah, and he's done a good job tonight. Fought back from some adversity. Honestly surprised with the way the Wolfpack guys have managed their race pace. I mean, at first it seemed like they had some dominant cars in the early run. Since they've gotten back here in traffic, it doesn't seem like they've really been able to manage past that top 5 position. As you see, Salter currently sitting behind Matthew Fitz, who's in 5th. Looks like he's got a big run out of 4.
Yeah,
Matthew
look at that.
Fitz woo.
88 getting a big run on the outside lane of that 2 of Matthew Fitz. The 88 going to tuck it down. The 2 going to get loose. Is the 2 going to get loose? Yeah, whoa.
Save it. Good Fitz.
Good save from Matthew Fitz. Woo! It's also something that we've seen him do. We've also seen him get into predicaments like that. Oh, it looks like Adam McKinney around. He's going to keep it rolling. We might keep it green here if he stays down off of that white line. If he keeps it rolling and goes faster, caution out. Caution going to be out here at lap 54 due to the 13 of Adam McKinney. It looks like he got a little loose there. We'll go back and see what happened to who and see what happened with him. You see the tire marks spinning in circles there. Looks like maybe just got into the corner. It's the 38 of Patrick Ginter behind him. It looks like maybe the same thing that happened to the 22 of Hitchcock, Josh. That looks like pretty much a cookie cutter incident there from that 22 of Chad Hitchcock. If you notice,
It really does.
he's going into turn,
Goes left.
goes into turn 1, and the car just goes left. That's pretty much what it looked like the 22 did. Like it said, it looked like he was trying to cut down. But yeah, you see the 13 getting more around, getting into the back bumper of that 94. And then the 38, Patrick Ginter getting into him. Oh, you see that little bit of a light tap from the 38 of Patrick Ginter. Oh, he's missing the front bumper, unfortunately. See the 94, Ryan Sword, looks like he's going around.
Yeah, he got a little bit of contact.
Oh,
No, and he's going to hit the wall. No, man.
Unfortunate for that 94. Looks like everybody's going to come down pit lane now. Josh Abbey leading the field down with the 51 of Bradley Wilson right behind him. This is a risky move here. The 88 of David Salter going to stay out on the track. So David Salter going to have those older tires. Not really sure what the power play is here for that 88 machine. But hey, like we always say, he's the one on the track. We're the one on the booth. He's the one making the calls. As you see, everybody down pit lane right now. Colin Forrester currently sitting in his lane. Josh Abbey on his way out. Matthew Fitz also right behind him. Let's see if the 51 of Bradley Wilson's also on his way out. Looks like the 5 of Josh Abbey going to win his way out. Bradley Wilson going to pull out in that 3rd spot. Matthew Fitz in that 4th spot. Austin Rhodes in 5th. So the Sparkle Unicorn in the 4th and 5th spot. You got the 5 of Josh Abbey. Going to be sitting in that 2nd spot. David Salter on that pit strategy going to be sitting in the lead. So a weird strategy here from that 88 machine.
Yeah, but good race off of pit road from Matthew Fitz, man. He got himself in a good spot, 4th. After that recovery, that he had from almost spinning at the thing. Currently got himself back and forth. Good job for Matthew Fitz.
So at lap 56 of 120, we're currently halfway done with, or almost halfway done with this race. Only 3 laps to the halfway point. We see 75 of Stoney Benfield, who's had an unfortunate turn of events all night tonight, having cars just spin up in front of him. Just having to kind of truck along here. And you see the 23 of Jimmy Green. Looks like he's had a bunch of unfortunate events unfold for him as well tonight. So unfortunate for Mean Jimmy Green. Looks like he's had an unfortunate turn of events fall his way as well, but he should get the wave around here and should put him back on the lead lap. Him and that 75 will actually go and see how many laps down he is. As it looks like Stoney Benfield is 4 laps down, so he should at least get 1 back. And then Jimmy Green, he's 16 laps down, so he's down a lot. So unfortunate for that 23 machine. Must have had something happen in one of those wrecks that we missed.
Yeah, he was down pit road for almost 15 minutes.
Oh, so that would explain it. So that 23 machine just having an unfortunate turn of events tonight.
He was caught up somewhere, and we have missed that. We do apologize. As Jimmy, just one of those drivers that kind of wrecked under the radar, and we missed it. So apologize about that. But yeah, that 23 machine definitely just still giving it the fighting spirit. But he knows this ain't his race tonight. But it's still good to see that 23 machine out on the racetrack despite the many laps down. It looks like we will get waved around. We'll get everybody caught back up here. And we'll get them 2 wide. As it's going to be that 88 of David Salter on the old tires. Bringing this field back to the green here in just a moment with Josh Abbey on his outside lane. Going to be surprised if that 88 David Salter has anything for these boys here, I would expect that outside lane going to get a big run here on the restart. That inside lane's definitely going to get checked up, I would assume. But Salter does control the field, so we could see an early little launch here and get himself out into the front safely into one.
Yeah,
but I still think those fresh tires are gonna eat him up by the time he gets out of 2.
Yeah, that's going to be one of those things you're going to look for, Josh. He's going to be able to get out to the front for maybe a lap and a half. But then those, like you said, those fresher tires are just going to come back to eat him alive. So he's going to have to really battle it out here if he wants to hold on to this lead. Maybe he's just hoping for another caution. Maybe he wants to get a point for leading a lap. The 88 out to the jump. The 88 dictates the start. David Salter going to get out to the lead. Maybe that's what he wants. He just wants to get that point for leading that lap. The 88 out to the to about a 0.2 second gap. But Bradley Wilson on that inside lane. Whoa, look at that. He's maybe checking up a little bit. He's got the 5 of Joshua Abbey still all over that back bumper. But here it comes, that big momentum push from that 51. It's about to go to the outside.
Yeah, and the fresh tires allows them to drive off the corner just way harder. Their speed to the straightaway entry is just way faster, and down the straightaway, it's got a ton more momentum. That's what's going to happen when you stay out of these old tires. You're just going to be a rolling chicane at that point. And that 5 going to be right behind that 51. And roll his way past that Salter machine, as you're going to see everybody just kind of getting stacked up here. And a guy we haven't talked about much since the start of the race, Stan Mayberry, working his way back up into the top 10, currently battling that carbon machine for that 7th position. Excuse me, 6th position, but as you see Clayton Kenkart move his way in front of Salter. Seems like everybody's tires starting to come to life here. Salter back and forth. Still, we'll see that that 88 machine, I'm sure, just get freight trained here. Those old tires basically feel like you got a parachute on them. Everybody just flying past you.
Yeah, it was one of the things, like I was saying in the ARCA race here last Thursday. You know, like kept telling them, like, hey man, can we cut the parachute off the back of this car, because it feels like we're going really slow, and I'm pretty sure that's what the 88 is feeling right now, feeling like he's got that parachute on that back bumper. But the 77 to Clayton Kenkart looks like he's trying to make a move on that inside. The 3 of Josh Carver getting around the 84 Casey Collenbach. Casey Collenbach, a driver we normally don't get to talk about as well, moved his way up into that 5th spot, but he's got that 82 of Ed DeBauer, one of the Full Throttle OGs, battling his way up into that
Collenbach big out of pace right there in the corner.
Yeah, Collenbach really big out of pace. It's going to get the 88, but look at that. David Salter's getting passed on the inside there from his teammate, 68 of Stan Mayberry. So Stan Mayberry moving his way up into that 6th spot, excuse me. He's got that 82 of Ed DeBauer he's looking for right now. Ed DeBauer trying to catch up to that 3 of Joshua Carver. But right now, look at that, Josh. Bradley Wilson still battling it out, still trying to hold on to that lead from that 5 of Josh Abbey. Josh Abbey not letting him go anywhere.
All right, and as these boys are getting settled out here, we're going to go ahead and throw it to a loud pedal here for just a moment. So get those volumes cranked up. Enjoy these beautiful sights and sounds from the virtual Las Vegas Speedway here as we go loud pedal at Las Vegas.
welcome you back from that loud pedal segment. You're riding on board here with that 5 of Josh Abbey. You see him trying to still hang on to that coattails of that 51 of Bradley Wilson. Josh Abbey on a really spirited run, up 7 positions, but we can't not talk about that 77 up Clayton Kincart, also up 10 positions. Behind him, Josh Carver up 10 positions as well. So we got a lot of spirited movers moving up through the field right now. As right now, look at that, the 68 of Stan Mayberry looks like he's trying to hang on to that little bit of momentum that he can. You see the 48 there of William Brown really banged up, missing a front bumper, missing a rear deck lid. Well, you see the 5 of Josh Abbey having to take all the way down to the bottom of the lane. 23 there. Jimmy Green really checking everybody up. The 51 having to cut off down, trying to cut that nose of that 77 of Clayton Kincart off. Clayton Kincart trying to hold on position, but look at that. Bradley Wilson all over that back bumper. As you see the 51 pushing that 5 into turns number 1 and 2. Trying to hang on to that lead as you see the 77 of Clayton Kincart trying to hang on to that 3rd spot as he's got Josh Carver behind him trying to claw his way back up here into that 3rd position. And then behind him, Stan Mayberry and Ed DeBauer right now battling it out. We've got a little bit of separation between the rest of the field right now. David Salter about 7.5 seconds back. So that older tire strategy that he was trying to play is not really coming into fruition right now. He is really struggling through that momentum and that power. He's got the 84 of Casey Collenbach, who is trying to hang on with him as well. But Austin Rhodes and his teammate Matthew Fitz, who are about 10 seconds back from that pack, 11 seconds back from that Josh Abbey pack, just trying to hang on right now, trying to hope for another caution because we've only got, 45 laps left in this race.
You saw Josh Abbey get past the 51 of Bradley Wilson a couple moments ago on your screen. 51 did get back in front of the teammate of Clayton Kincart. Gotta say, that Josh Abbey machine is doing an excellent job. Josh Carver also doing another excellent job. He's currently got himself sat in that 4th spot, tail end of this lead pack. One thing I gotta say about these Channel Sign cars, every week they seem to be getting consistently faster and faster, Chris. And this week is no difference to that. They are doing an excellent job. That 5 of Abbey, a little bit wide out of quarter exit. That, whoa, Carver just got wobbled as well.
Yeah, Josh Carver still loose.
It.
Still loose. He's going to get her saved. Bring her back up, coming out of turns, or coming into turn 1. Had a little bit of incident there, but he's going to have it collected up. Hey, that's not the end for Josh Carver. We do know he's one of those drivers like Bradley Wilson. He can't come back, and the next thing you know, he's there. Look at that, Josh. The 68 of Stan Mayberry starting to do the same thing Carver was doing, starting to tuck up to that back bumper of the 77 of Clayton Kincart. Look at that, Stan Mayberry just coming out of the middle of nowhere.
I mean, he's 2nd place in points for a reason. He's been pretty consistent this season, and right now doing another good job. Currently got himself sitting up in that 4th position. He could taste podium 2nd and possibly even the win here tonight. Right there in front of him. He's just got to go out there and get it. He's got to save his equipment. He's got to have the equipment. He's got to get, the luck of the draw. I mean, sometimes it's just flat out luck winning these races. Other times it's just pure skill. And it's going to have to be up to him which one it's going to have to be. That's 68 of Stan Mayberry. Seems like he could be the car to get it done here tonight. But he's going to have to really get on that loud pedal and find maybe a little bit of pace in just some of these turns here and certain spots on the tracks. Because right now, that 5 of Josh Abbey, that 51 of Bradley Wilson, that 77 of Clayton Kincart, they are setting this pace very strongly and doing an excellent job. I mean, all night it seems like those guys have been your top 3, and no one's really been able to do anything about it besides just kind of try to get in between them or battle with them. But somehow, some way, those 3 cars seem to always find their way back in line. Right now, they're doing an excellent job. Lap number 80, as they come into turn number 3 and 4. It'll be lap 81 this next time by.
Yeah, as right now you see, I'm
3 and 4. That was 1 and 2. Excuse me.
You see the 28 there, Robbie Bice missing that rear deck lid. Looks like he's had a little bit of unfortunate events happen his way. That 28 going a lap down now, so unfortunate for that Robbie Bice machine. But like I was gonna go back and touch on, being in the shoes of that 68 of Stan Mayberry, being the driver that you don't really talk about a lot. He's one of those drivers that he's really consistent. I always refer to him as the Mark Martin of the Full Throttle League. He's really consistent, always gets out there, puts on a really good show. He's and he's got a lot of good talent in front of him. One of those things like I always used to think, man, I'm not that good at the track. I'm not that good at this race, or I'm not that good at whatever. And I'd go out there and then I would be doing what Stan Mayberry's doing right now, chasing down the best guys in the league. And you're like, whoa, maybe I'm a little better than I think. So Stan Mayberry coming out here showing that all you got to do, get a little bit of better equipment under you, and you can really pull out to the front here, as he's getting a really good charge up here to that front.
Yeah, he's starting to pick up a little bit of real estate. Whoa, that was a car off the racetrack.
That was the 9 of Colin Forster. What happened with him?
Yeah, not sure. Maybe just loose out of 4.
I'll see if I can find a marker for that number 9 machine. Right now you see Josh Abbey still got that 51 all over that back bumper, trying to hang on to that lead, as I'm going to be scrolling through here, looking real quick just to see if I can find. I do not have a marker, so not really sure what happened with that 9 machine. Huh. Yeah, not really sure. No incident markers. Unfortunate. I do apologize about that, but right now we've got that 51 of Bradley Wilson. Looked like he was trying to take that outside lane. Decided to go ahead and tuck it back down into the inside, but the 77 of Clayton Kencart still not letting that 51 get anywhere. This has been a battle of attrition here in this front for the whole race right now. With 35 laps to go, these boys are going to have to start throwing out the kitchen sink here as we're coming up to Chad Hitchcock, Austin Rhodes, and Matthew Fitz and co. So about to come up on a Sparkle Unicorn train up in front of them. So these boys are going to have to get it under control if they're going to get back on that lead lap. The 84 Casey Collenbach also in front of that 2 of Matthew Fitz, who's currently sitting in 9th place right now. Casey Collenbach in that 8th spot. Looks like the 2, Matthew Fitz, trying to make a move on the outside of him. Right now, this is currently your closest battle for position. Josh Carver, who's falling back about 7 seconds back from that 68 of Stan Mayberry. As you saw him get a little wiggled up and a little loose earlier on. Josh Carver falling back just a little bit. Stan Mayberry starting to catch that 77 of Clayton Kencart. There's the 22 of Hitchcock. We're starting to come up on a big gaggle of race cars right now. You see there the 94. The 94 Ryan Sword, also the 8 of Logan Rhodes. We've got a lot of drivers that were putting another lap down here. As you see, there's also the 48, the 23 of Jimmy Green. A lot of lap cars going on the outside. As Stan Mayberry gonna go ahead and try to get around these boys as well. See the 8 of Logan Rhodes diving down to that inside lane. Maybe he thought, hey, I'm a little bit faster down here. See that 68 trying to take that inside lane. Looks like maybe Logan Rhodes going to take the high lane. Let that 68 go ahead and get around. That's what it looks like. Logan Rhodes going to be the gentleman. Get out of the way. Let the 68 get by him. But right now, still got the 51 trying to battle it out with that 5 machine to Josh Abbey. Josh Abbey's still putting off one hell of a clinic up here in the front of this pack. At the Sin City 120. Look at that. 77 of Clayton Kencart looked like he was trying to make a move to the inside.
3 teammates all race for a different podium position, Chris. I mean, that's just fun. I mean, they obviously got the setup working in the garage this weekend. They're all taking notes from each other because they've all got identical, racing lines, bumper to bumper this whole race. And so far, you want to go out there and win this race, you pretty much just got to beat the Shannon Shine Racing boys. I mean, actually, I like to see, you know, when teammates are working well together, when one goes to the outside to follow. I mean, you want to see stuff like that, and right now it looks like that's what they're doing to perfection. Just absolutely beautiful teamwork from these boys up here in these Dodge Chargers.
Yeah, as you see that little bit of a bump there from that 51 to that 5 machine. There goes the 75 of Stony Benfield. Like we said, unfortunate turn of events for him tonight. Just been in the wrong place at the wrong time. It looks like maybe Matthew Fitz passed that luck over, passed that bad luck football, as we used to call it in high school, to that 2 of Matthew Fitz, or that Matthew Fitz passed it to that 75 of Stony Benfield. So Stony Benfield not having a lot of luck here tonight. It looks like that 84 Casey Collenbach starting to fall back a couple of positions. Now Matthew Fitz and Austin Rhodes both around him. And then David Salter about 6 seconds back from Ed DeBauer. As we say that, David Salter coming down pit lane. So we might see the undercut here from that 88 of David Salter. Wonder how many people are going to wait to come back down pit lane. Because I want to say he was still out from lap 24. So that 88 just waiting to come down pit lane. Still doing a good job hanging on to that 10th spot. So he could be undercutting the field here as you see that 5 going around. 43 there of James Morgan, who is currently a lot of laps down. Unfortunate for that 43 machine, he was caught up in a really bad wreck early on. You see the 68 of Stan Mayberry falling back a little bit now down to almost a 2.5 second gap between him and that 77. It was only about a second and a half, now down to about a 2.5 second gap.
Yeah, that means that 68 burning up the equipment probably, Chris. Just really wanting to get up there and run with those boys, but might not just be his day, man. He's got 3 race cars that are up there that are wanting to say otherwise about him getting out here and win this race. So like I said, you want to run this race, you pass the 5, the 51, or the 77. That's how you're going to do it, because these boys are just on a different level today. It's going to see the these Dodge Chargers work in unison, go with each other, block for each other, just do all around excellent teamwork and excellent driving, solidify themselves so far in that 1st, 2nd, and 3rd spot. It'd be a great podium finish for all 3 of those drivers here tonight.
Guys, we'll go through your drivers right now. As you see right now, battling for that lead position is that 51 of Bradley Wilson in 2nd, battling it with that 5 of Josh Abbey, who is currently on a spirited run, making a really wide run up to the top of the track. Going to see if the 51 was going to try to dive down, but he's going to stick to that to his teammate's back bumper. Go ahead and keep him in the lead, and then you've got that 77 of Clayton Kinkart in that 3rd spot. You got Stan Mayberry in 4th, with Josh Carver in 5th, Ed Bauer 6th, Scott Fritz in 7th, Austin Rhodes 8th, 9th is Casey Collenbach, 10th is Chad Hitchcock. Colin Forster, who is currently your lead car off of the lead lap, 1 lap down. You've got Colin Forster, who is a lap down, Robbie Weiss a lap down, and P12. You've got David Salter, who is now a lap down after he came down pit lane. Yes, David Salter is a lap down. Robbie Weiss now also a lap down. And then you've got Logan Rhodes, who's a couple of laps down. Ryan Sword, who is also 3 laps down. Patrick Ginter, 4 laps down. Stony Benfield, who is currently 6 laps down. Jimmy Green, 18. William Brown, 24. Adam McKinney, who is currently still sitting on pit lane. I want to say he is 48 laps down, 44 laps down. And then James Morgan, who is still on the track, he is currently 64 laps down. So James Morgan just out here trying to finish out the night.
And as we're getting into the closing stages of this race, 20 laps to go here in just a moment. You're going to see these guys really turn up the intensity. This is where the battling is going to start happening.
Yeah,
I just heard the 5 coming out pit road, Chris.
Yeah, you might see Josh Abbey coming down pit lane. Let's see. Yeah, he's going to take that hard left turn. You're going to see the 51 of Bradley Wilson also pulling it down. You're going to see the 77 of Clayton Kincard. So this is going to open up the door for the Wolfpack boys. Let's see if Stan Mayberry, he's going to assume the lead here at lap with 21 to go. So at lap 99, that's going to be a new leader with that 68 of Stan Mayberry. Wonder how many times he's going to go around. And you got the 82 of Ed DeBauer in that Rev Esports machine in that second place position. Josh Carver, Matthew Fitz. Looks like Josh Carver coming down. Whoa, maybe had a little bit of an incident there. He's really slow.
Yeah, not sure what happened to the 3. We'll have to look right here. Miss Pit Road. No, he got turned by Scrappy, his teammate.
No, he got loose.
Oh, he got loose.
Yeah, he got loose, and then Scrappy just got into that back quarter panel. Then you see him getting around the 9 of Colin Forster, getting lucky getting around that. So the 3 going to get really slowed up there. You see Stan Mayberry still out into the lead. He's got about an 8-second gap on him and that 82 of Ed DeBauer. Got about a 16-second gap between him and Matthew Fitz. So right now there's a little bit of gap between that first position. Let's see if he's going to be able to hang on to that spot. As you see right now, Bradley Wilson currently sitting in the 7th spot. So he's got a couple of spots to make up, about 33 seconds from that Stan Mayberry machine. So he's got a lot of ground to make up. Stan Mayberry still got to come down pit lane.
So does DeBauer. I mean, our top 6 at the moment all have still to come down pit road.
Yeah, Stan Mayberry currently on his last pit lap was lap 55. Ed DeBauer lap 56, and then Matthew Fitz, Austin Rhodes, Casey Collenbach, and Josh Carver all down those same lap 55. So a lot of the same pit strategy are on the track right now, but 18 laps to go. You're going to start looking for these drivers to start coming down pit lane. As we were saying, David Salter trying to cut that undercut, but he is still a lap down right now. So he's going to have to really work his way up through the field if that 811 Dig 88 machine wants to make his way back up here through the field. But not looking too good for that David Salter machine right now.
Yeah, it looks like it's just not going to be that 88 machine's night. You're going to see that 44 Stan Mayberry still stay out here in the lead, just try to see how long he's going to stretch this. Probably hoping for a caution, to be honest. Lap 104 coming to, I want to say, lap 105. Yes, so 16 laps to go. What are these drivers willing to do now to try to go out here and get this win? I'm excited to see how this finish is going to play out. But it looked like, I want to say, let's see, that Bradley Wilson machine is currently a lap down, but he got out about a second ahead of his teammate. So interesting to see if Abbey's able to close the gap. These boys are able to get close back together here in this remaining laps of the race. Or is this just going to be a land rush from one of these guys and just go out there and absolutely dominate it?
Yeah.
So far, it's been very packed up. But with 15 to go, Chris, I feel like we could really see anything happen at this point.
Yeah, if you're in that 68 machine, you see that that 51 of Bradley Wilson getting a really mad tear. Even though he's a lap down, you still have to go down pit lane, and you see that 51 getting a really mad tear behind you. Okay, I've got to come down pit lane here soon. The more he catches that 68 machine, the harder it's going to be for that 68 to get down pit lane, come back out, and have a fight back. So Stan Mayberry on a gamble right now, probably hoping for a caution here. If he was to get a caution, that would put a lot of drivers down. We would only have 6 cars on the lead lap. So right now, a caution would really throw a wrench in this race, but we're still going. Casey Collenbach just passed Ed DeBauer for that second place position. So Ed DeBauer looks like he just fell off a lot, had to go all the way to the top of the track. One back on board here with that 82 machine. See what happened with Ed DeBauer. Looks like maybe just got into the corner the wrong way, let everybody go. Probably just not wanting to push those tires as hard as everybody else is. He is currently on at lap 56. Was the last time he came down? Look at that. The 68's got the 51, the 5 of Josh Abbey, and the 77 of Clayton Kincard. All battling on that outside lane.
Yeah, the 68 of Mayberry just only giving a lap back. Not like he's giving position, so 10 laps to the good. But how good is he on fuel? I would expect he's not going to be able to make it. I want to say, honestly, it's probably going to go to one of the Shane and the Shine guys, Bradley or Josh. But I'd be surprised if they'd be able to make it and everybody still came down pit road. That would be one of those things at the end of the race you're talking about. Was it really worth us coming down pit road, or blah blah blah? You start talking about pit strategy, but right now, it's all Stan Mayberry. But for how long? That fuse can only light for so long before it detonates. We'll see if Stan Mayberry's bit off more than he can chew. Yeah, down to the apron, getting loose. With 10 to go this next time by, Stan Mayberry still out in the lead. But how long?
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that he might be pushing it to the absolute limit. We do know a couple of races that we've seen in the past, Josh. A lot of drivers stretching it out to the absolute last limits, trying to get that last, those little bit of fumes to the end. But maybe Stan Mayberry just hoping for a caution. Maybe one of these drivers getting into something. And right now, the really big stare from everybody, the 84 Casey Combat coming down pit lane now. Austin Rhodes, Matthew Fitz moving their way up through the field. They got their teammate, the 94 there of Ryan Sword on the inside. But look at that, the two of Matthew Fitz making a move on the inside of Austin Rhodes. So I'm wondering when Bradley Wilson and co, or when Stan Mayberry and co and the rest of the guys that haven't come down pit lane, when they're going to decide to do it, or if they're going to do it at all. Maybe like we were saying, maybe they're hoping for a caution. These guys are all coming down pit lane. We might have a spin coming off of out of the pits like we saw with that 38 of Patrick Ginter. So maybe the 68 just hoping for a little bit of adversity to come his way, so that way he can come down pit lane and keep these guys keep some of these guys off this lead lap.
Yeah, and you're pretty sure these guys that are pulled back second to third, they want that restart right now. They want the caution. They want as even of a shot as they can get to it. But like we were saying earlier, Chris, I just don't know if Mayberry can make it on fuel. I mean, it's in the closing stages of the race. About 6 to go this next time by. And no, realistically, I don't know if Stan's up to run out of fuel or not. I honestly couldn't tell you. I mean, it seemed like with the way everybody was pitting earlier, they were pitting either necessarily for the tires or they were pitting for some fuel as well because they were running low. But not sure what is going on in that 68 camp, if he's going to be able to make it. But he is the driver, and I'm sure if he didn't think he was going to make it, he probably wouldn't be driving right now, or he's just hoping if he can get a absolute last-second caution here.
Yeah, probably trying to ride on that knife's edge, trying to figure out if he's got that little bit of space. Like we were saying, Stan Mayberry, a really talented driver, somebody behind the wheel, you sit and talk to him, and, you're like, man, this guy knows a lot more about racing than he lets on. He gets out there and he starts doing a really good job like he's doing right now, putting on one hell of a clinic, trying to get around that 3 of Josh Carver, trying to hopefully hope he has enough gas with 5 laps to go here, coming to the stripe. Let's ride on board here with that 68 machine. See if we hear a clutch in. See if we hear him saving here, Eddie, with 5 laps to go.
Doesn't look like he is.
Yeah, still running a really aggressive line all the way down to the bottom. Whoa, looks like maybe got a little loose trying to tuck down in that pocket. Oh, he's got the 3 machine all over that back bumper.
Can Stan Mayberry do it, Chris? 5 to go. No, that's Josh Carver's 5 to go. 4 to go.
4 laps to go. Can the 68 pull it off, put on his first win of his iRacing career, or is he going to run out of fuel? As right now, the number 2 of Matthew Fitz down pit lane, that is starting to really trouble me, Josh. Now the 55, like those guys with the 55, on lap 55, starting to come down pit lane now.
Yeah, Austin Rhodes, we'll see if he pulls the trigger next time by, then it's almost guaranteed that Stan's going to have to pit as well, right? I mean, same fuel, unless he has just done an absolute unit of a job saving. we'll see what that 68 is going to do here. 2 laps to go this next time by, Chris. Man, not sure how to process what's going to happen here.
Yeah, as we see the 3 of Josh Carver, looks like he's getting checked up. With 2 laps to go here, Stan Mayberry, he's only got to go around 2 more times. Let's see if that 68 machine can do it. Going into turns 1 and 2, seeing him getting really loose. Coming out of 1, whoa, riding that knife's edge, Stan Mayberry is.
He's out. He's out. Or is he coasted?
Stan.
He's out. No, he's not. He's out. He's 100% out.
Poor Stan Mayberry out of fuel with on the final lap. The white flag is out. Bradley Wilson pulling out of turns 4. It's going to be one more time for that Stan Mayberry. No, he's that's 68.
It's a caution pop, so it would freeze the field. Doesn't matter now, though. Gonna be your race back to the finish here. Woo! Big move from Bradley Wilson.
77 to Clay Kidgard on the inside. 51 getting up into the wall. Josh Abbey taking the inside lane.
Clayton Kidcart victorious. Unfortunate for Mayberry, though, man.
Yeah, that was one of those things that we were worried about. You know, we saw those guys start dropping off that came in at lap 55. Stan Mayberry just, man, it always feels like every time he gets the Martin of the group, just, you know, almost getting it and just getting the rug yanked right out from under him. Unfortunate for that 68 machine. But right now, the 77 of Clayton Kidgart going to pull it down to the start-finish line with his 2 teammates right behind him. Going to do a burn it down. As you see, James Morgan come flying out of the middle of nowhere in the back of 77.
One of the other teammates. I guess you could say that was a celebratory bump, right?
Yeah, we'll chalk it up under that. As you see, the Shenandoah Shine team boys burning it down. And then Josh Carter. As you see Clayton Kidgart trying to pull up to the front bumper of oh, that was just so funny. He just came out of the middle of nowhere, knocked him. Anyway, we will go to your finishing order here. Finishing results.
Clayton Kidgart gonna finish that race in the first spot. It's gonna be Josh Abbey in second with Bradley Wilson in third. Then David Salter in that 4th spot with 5th going to Ed DeBauer. Stan Mayberry in 6th. Josh Carver 7th with Casey Cullenback in 8th. Austin Rhodes 9th. And Chad Hitchcock rounding out your top 10. Robbie Bice in 11th with Logan Rhodes in 12th. Colin Forster 13th. Matthew Fitz 14th. 15th going to go to Ryan Sword with Ginter picking up 16th. Stoney Benfield 17th. 18th going to go to Jimmy Green. William Brown going to finish 19th. 20th going to go to James Morgan. And 21st going to go to that 13 machine of Adam McKinney. As here in just a moment, we will try to get a word with your finishers and have a word with those top 3, as looks like they are actually already. We'll go ahead and get that 77 of Clayton Kidgart up here and have a word with your winner. Clayton Kidgart, Chris, and Josh up here in the booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, we just saw you pick up that win here at Las Vegas, and it looked like you, Shannon the Sound Boys, those 77 Dodge Chargers, all looked pretty fast here tonight. Take us through that win, and hey, congratulations on that victory here at Las Vegas, buddy.
Thank you. It's a huge win. It all came down there to the end. We were we were going to be about 2 laps short on fuel. So it was a matter of when we were going to take fuel, not what if we were going to take fuel. And we took it at the right time, got us where we needed to be right at the end.
Oh, yes, it set it up perfect. We saw everybody starting to drop like flies there that didn't come down pit road like you three. And, like you said, seemed to work out. That 77 machine got himself up into victory lane here tonight. And Clayton, got to say, big congratulations to you, buddy. And great teamwork from all you guys out there.
Yeah, I couldn't have done it without Josh and Brad. Unfortunately, got caught in some stuff real early on, but these sets, EPI, Majors, Brad Wilson, those guys, they really know how to put a car together.
Oh, yeah, it seemed like you guys were on pretty much rails tonight here, Clayton. And, hey, I got to say, again, big, awesome job to you guys. It seemed like y'all had not only the drivers to beat out there tonight, but definitely the race car. And got to say, once again, it just was awesome to watch all you guys just to, really get up there, run bumper to bumper, wheel to wheel, and kind of not be fazed by it. Kind of hard to do that sometimes with a lot of your with your teammates. Sometimes you guys made it look easy, and we're pretty much the class of the field here tonight.
All about trust. You got to trust the guys you're working with, and these are great guys, so it's easy to trust them. Know that they're going to do the right thing and when to do the right thing.
Yeah, Clayton. Well, it seems like you guys did everything right here tonight. You picked up victory number 1 here of the season, and Clayton, got to say again, big shout out to you, big congratulations. But before we get you going here tonight, if you have any final words, thoughts, shout outs, anything you want to say to the Full Throttle fans before we let you go here tonight, you're more than welcome to say them.
Shout out Shenandoah Shine. Those guys are awesome over there. Stop on by, get yourself some merch, shenandoahshine.co, Martin Sports, Abbey Racing, Elite Performance Setups, all those guys.
Heck yeah, Clayton. It's been a good night here at Las Vegas, man. We're excited to see you pick up win number 1. And again, congratulations to the podiums from you, all 3 of you guys. And hey, we'll hopefully be seeing you guys get it like this again next week. It'd be cool to see the team get up that podium again. But hey, congratulations again tonight, and hopefully we'll be talking about 77 machine here in the future.
Yes, sir. Thank you. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, sir. You too. All right, and that was Clayton Kidcart, your first place finisher. As we're gonna go ahead and get here to Joshua Abbey, who's starting to make it a routine to be up here in the booth. Joshua Abbey, Christopher and Josh up here in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
What's going on, fellas?
Not much, man. Got to say, those Channel Shine boys looked good out there tonight. All 3 on the podium here tonight. Clayton getting the win, yourself getting second, and Bradley third. But Josh, take us through that race, man. It seemed like you had the car to beat early, and early before the race, we were talking about that 5 machine and saying that you might have been one of those guys that tonight we could look forward to once we got up here in the booth and everything. And you know what? You came out, you shined, no pun intended, and you put it in second spot. And Josh, got to say, big congratulations to you and the team. Looked like you guys had fast cars and very, very trustworthy racing around each other tonight. Fun show from you guys fun show from all you guys, excuse me.
Yeah, man. These Shenandoah Shine Dodges tonight were just rocket ships. Elite Performance Industries puts on great sets, and then Bradley got his little mind working and made something that just took off. And once we were just us 3, I mean, we were unstoppable. And my car was on fire. For some reason, I could settle in the best when I was leading. Everybody else kind of would get tight a little bit or a little bit loose, and just my car would just take off. And it just teamwork, man, chemistry. Nobody can beat us when we're on top like this, and it clearly shows.
Oh, indeed, it does, Josh. I mean, it's one of those things. It seems like you guys were just in unison. One would go to the outside lane. It didn't matter if the outside lane wasn't being used at all. You all went to that outside lane. I mean, we saw you guys passing the low lane like it was sitting still in a freight train manner. But Josh, man, congratulations here. I mean, again, the team being able to stand up on that first, second, and third spot here tonight, got to be a big feeling of just success there from you guys. And if you've got any final words, thoughts, shout outs, any of anything from the race you want to put out there, you're more than welcome to go ahead and throw those words out there, Josh. And let you get going here tonight, buddy.
Heck yeah, man. Teamwork makes the dream work. Like I said, definitely a shout out to my teammates at Shenandoah Shine. Like I said, we communication, we're in unison, we talk, we practice, and it clearly the results speak for themselves. So definitely a shout out to them. Definitely go to shenandoahshine.co to get you some great merch. Shenandoah Shine's it's a way of living, so definitely get you some merch there. But yeah, Elite Performance Industries again. Like I said, I got to give them a quick shout out because they, like I said, they make these cars fast as well. And then of course everyone makes adjustments to their likings, and they're just a great brand. So if you want some really fast sets, hit up EPI. 789 Designs, man, this guy makes some killer wraps, and my cars are always beautiful because of him. And I really got to give him a quick shout out for that. So I always appreciate it. Quest Tech Precision, Primetime Sports Talk, Mountain Sports 906.com. Get you some nice iRacing gloves for him. 811 for putting on the league, Robbie for holding it down day in and day out with all the madness of keeping the prisoners at bay. And then you guys, like I said, every time, man, I get to talk to y'all. Y'all put a hell of a broadcast, man. So I always get to go back and watch the race afterwards, just listen to what y'all do. And at the end of the night, happy wife, happy life. I got to thank the wife. She lets me do this, so I love her to death. Appreciate it.
All right, heck yeah, Josh. Thank you for the kind words, man. Always good to have you up here in the booth, like we were saying before we pulled you in. Seems like you're making this a regular occurrence here, but hey,
trying.
Heck yeah, man, that's what you need to do. But
absolutely, man, absolutely.
But hey, we'll be seeing you next week in Daytona, man. But other than that, congratulations on the team podiums, and we'll hopefully be seeing that momentum carry into next week.
Yes, sir. Definitely looking for the Daytona. Congrats to Clayton, but now it's my turn. I got to get me one. So everybody else in the team's won, so it's my turn.
Heck yeah, Josh. Well, again, congratulations on that second place, buddy, and hopefully we'll be seeing you in victory lane next week.
Absolutely. You fellas have a great night. Thanks.
All right, and that was Josh Abbey. Going to go ahead and bring up Bradley Wilson, third place finisher, and get our final interview of the night here going. Bradley Wilson, Chris, and Josh of the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, you finished third here. Look like you maybe pulled out of the way for that 77 and let him get by for the win. As we heard Josh say, we heard everybody was saying that, everybody's gotten a win. Now got to get himself one. But, Bradley, was you pulling out of the way for the 77, or did you it looked like you may have gotten into the wall, maybe a little bit of tightness there? What happened there on that last lap? Was it just waving the teammate through, letting him get into victory lane here tonight?
No, I knew I had two teammates behind me, and I just wanted to make the broadcast interesting there at the finish, and went high. Thought I would have had a better run, but I guess two tires on that outside really doesn't work all too well. Just got real loose a little bit, and then as soon as I was about to save it, it got tight, and I nailed the wall a little bit. So I heard some people talking about that we intentionally did it, but trust me, I really wanted that 7th win sticker on the car.
Ah, man, hey, team orders, no team orders, getting loose, trying to make it a fun show at the end. It's all a game, man. It's just going out there racing, having fun, and at the end of the day, you guys finish 1, 2, and 3. No matter how you did it, and those the Shenandoah Shine racing cars out there tonight, man, looked wicked fast. We said it to Clayton, we said it to Josh. It didn't matter who was going where. You all went with each other, unison, and the teamwork makes the dream work, like Josh was saying. And indeed, that was the case tonight. So Bradley, take us through that little bit of the last stage right there, and how it feels getting all 3 of these cars onto the podium here tonight.
Definitely surprised to get all 3 on the podium. We got a little something from EPI from way back when, and wasn't the fastest, so I made a lot of changes to it. Basically changed it all. Didn't really know how I was going to do, because I'm not a setup builder by any means. And we get in here and we're drafting. We're doing pretty well, all working together. So we figured we might have a shot at it. And then later in the run, we started gapping the field by 4 seconds. So at that point, we're like, just pit, get 2 tires, get back out there. We can get up front. And Stan ran out right at the last lap. I know it's definitely hard for him, but we're a little happy to see it.
Yeah, man. Well, Bradley, again, buddy, congratulations on the team podiums here tonight. It was fun watching you boys storm y'all's way to the field, nose to bumper. I know that's pretty difficult to do. I know these next-gen packages are supposed to allow that a lot more, but still, it's always interesting to see you guys get up there, work that dirty air together, and work it like that, especially at a track like Las Vegas. That super speedway style tandem was fun to watch. But speaking of super speedways, we will see you guys next week at Daytona. Before we let you get out of the booth here tonight at Las Vegas, Bradley, if you've got any final words, thoughts, shout outs, or anything before we let you get going here tonight, you're more than welcome to go ahead and throw them out there.
Big shout out to my sponsors, ShenandoahShine.co, MartinSports906.com, everyone over at Elite Performance Industries. They make great setups, and really couldn't had a baseline like that without them. my teammate Clayton Kincard for getting his first win of the season. Congrats to him. Joshua Abbey, I know he's kind of looking to get a win too. So maybe he'll get one at Daytona. It's definitely going to be a rough race with the new draft package. James Morgan, he got kind of caught up in some earlier stuff. White Knuckle Esports, Abbey Racing Esports, and don't buy anything from GTR Simulators.
Well, again, man, we'll be letting you get out of here tonight. And again, congratulations on the top 3 from the team. And hopefully, we'll be seeing some of you guys back up here in the podium positions next week at Daytona.
I think it's what we're aiming for.
All right, good night, buddy.
You too.
All right, and that was Bradley Wilson. Well, Chris, do you have any final words before we let the Full Throttle fans go here tonight?
Yeah, just a big shout out to everybody out there on the Facebook, on the YouTube page. My throat is kind of sore right now, so I do apologize if I sound a little weird. But just a big shout out to 811 Dig, for them allowing us to keep doing this. Big shout out to that the Cook's Lawn Care, excuse me, and then Major Setup Garage. Big shout out to them for coming on and like I said, letting us be able to do what we do. Everybody in the Full Throttle League, Robbie, David, all those guys, that put this on and do all this. Can't wait for Daytona next week. That's gonna be a lot of fun. So looking forward to see what these Full Throttle boys got going on next week. But just want to give a big shout out to everybody. Say happy Thanksgiving to everyone, and we really appreciate everybody out there on that YouTube, on that Facebook. So we'll see you next Sunday.
Indeed. Well, if you're on that YouTube, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. If you're on that Facebook page, hit the like button and make sure to know when we go live here on the Full Throttle platform. But other than that, that's going to be Chris and Josh up here in the booth. Santa, thank you. I'm signing off. We'll see you next week at Daytona, and have a happy Thanksgiving.